welcome back to another AOS Crowd video. Whoa! Today I'm joined by Matt Mallow. Say hello.
Woo! Hello again. Fancy
Hmm.
seeing you here.
Hmm. Hasn't been exactly long, 5 minutes for us, but last week we had a lovely chat about the World Championships of Warhammer. We discussed why trees were good on paper.
It's always good on paper.
Hmm. And you mentioned slash teasered that you're going to another event in Cali. So,
Yes.
barely a few days after the conclusion of the World Championships of Warhammer, you're in California playing a team event.
Yes. Hype. It's super hype.
So, tell us a bit about it.
Yes. So it's the Old Town Throwdown Teams.
Mm-hmm.
It is my first time coming to Old Town Throwdown Teams. I believe I'm the first Welshman to play in one, which is
Ooh.
hype. There's an Old Town Throwdown singles which happens in March, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Happens much earlier in the year, and then
Yes.
at the end of the this time of year in December they do a teams event.
Mm-hmm.
So I got roped into a team when I went to Nova earlier this year. I got recruited because the TO is Tomo,
Mm-hmm.
who is a TO at Worlds, who is also Welsh, and he's Welsh, I should say Welsh American, and he's a good friend of mine. So I talked to him and he told me about this event that he runs. It's in Irvine, which is just south of LA, or is in LA. I don't actually understand how regions work, but yeah. Um,
Same thing, really.
so yeah, so it's about a 3-hour drive, maybe a little bit more from where I'm currently located in
Mm-hmm.
California. So that was perfect for me, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, so was hyped about having the opportunity to be involved with that. I didn't pick my list. I
Oh.
was not told. I don't want to say I was told what to play, but my captain was a guy called Gavin Grigar, who you might know.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
heard of him.
yeah, might have heard of him. So
Pretty
Kevin was
obscure info, but you know.
was the was the captain of the team, and also I didn't apart from the Sylvaneth, but I
Mm-hmm.
did not want to play. I didn't have an army with me, so I was at the leniency of what I could get my hands on, basically. And
Yeah.
Gavin had the 80 boy. On the same weekend as the World Championships of Warhammer, Gavin played 80 best to go at a tournament called the Boys,
Mm-hmm.
and won it. So he had them
Yes.
ready, and obviously we all know it's a very strong list. So I was like, okay, I'll just play that. It was
Mm-hmm.
super easy. I was also playing them in the Release the Beast tournament, similar kind of list. So I was like, okay, I kind of know the army, so it's fine. So my list is very ingenious. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what
You
I
can
did,
tell he's switching screens and
yeah,
looking
yeah,
at
yeah,
it
yeah,
again.
yeah. So, yeah, I just want to make sure that I get it right, you know. So the beautiful ability to look at a war scroll and go, that's good, and then paste it 4 times. That's what my list is. Okay. So, so what I
Love
did,
it.
I was like, well, the only heroes that are really viable in this kind of list is obviously 2 shamans,
Mm-hmm.
pretty standard.
Nothing
Also,
else?
and then obviously not pretending to be any kind of list writer here. This is fully copied,
Mm-hmm.
of course. Which is so I went, okay, we got 20 best to go, then we got 20 more, and then we have 20 more, and then we have 20 more. 80 best to go, and then 2 units of Ungos.
Yes.
The 2 shamans, and then that's the list.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously taking the Beast of Chaos law because the manifestation law because it's really good for no reason. The bullet is
Mm-hmm.
mental.
Yes.
So yeah, so that was my list. Obviously in the Brayhood, so the way that if you haven't played against it, the way it works is that you can always change the dice to a 4
Mm-hmm.
when you charge.
Yes.
Once per an army, but like it works on counter charge,
Mm-hmm.
which is very good.
Okay.
um, so and it makes Beast of Chaos much more reliable because the odds of you getting in are significantly higher when you're rolling. If you only need to roll an 8
Yes.
to get in because you're +1 when you come in, and if as long as you roll 1 4, on either dice. You can change a dice.
Mhm.
So in theory, if you come down with 1 unit, you need to roll off. So like if you put it into perspective of like how what are the odds of you getting in
Yeah.
for 1 unit, it's you roll 2 dice. You need a 4, and you can re-roll those 2 dice. Right, so you need
Mhm.
4 dice looking for 1 4 to get in, which is
Yes.
quite likely, statistically speaking.
Because you'll always get the +1 to charge through the
yes,
Beast of Chaos. Yeah.
exactly right. So you need 2 4s to make an 8, which then you get
Mhm.
+1, which gives you a 9. So
Yes.
it's very reliable, and people are kind of used to not being reliable.
Mhm.
Like, so yeah, so um, definitely very strong ability. So the whole list is built around that. Basically, everything in the army can do it, and obviously,
Yeah.
also like now that Besticles can run and charge,
Mhm.
it's hilarious. Because he can go 12 and charge, which they have no right doing at all.
Mhm.
Um, but especially because you can do a lot of tricks with when you give out run and charge, because the
Yeah.
run and charge is just a movement phase ability. So
Mhm.
obviously you can have someone in deep strike come on the board and give run and charge to a unit,
Yeah.
or you can like run a unit up to be within range to do it, or you can like this, you can do
Mhm.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
So it just gives you a lot of flexibility. So yeah, so great list for me to be
Mhm.
playing a bit. Hopefully 12/8s. That's the after Atlanta. I wanted something a bit more run it down literally.
Mhm.
So I had a great team.
Yes.
A bit stacked for
How come?
uh
This Gavin
California.
Grigar guy doesn't know anybody. He's like
So it's true. It's true. So the team is Tom Guan, Gavin
Mhm.
Grigar. It's me. It's Mike Maccabee,
Yeah.
who's also an insanely good player,
Mhm.
uh, and then Nick Walters, who is also known as Scooter, or more
Yeah.
commonly known as Scooter, I think, in the community. So that's a team. It's
Mhm.
one of the teams of all time. So, so I love all of these guys.
Mhm.
I've talked to most of them a lot. I got to talk to Scooter a lot more this weekend, which was nice because I
Mhm.
haven't really talked to him that much.
Yeah.
Just because of how there's too many people to meet when I go to American tournaments.
Mhm.
I try and talk to everyone and I can't. Um, so it's
Mhm.
really nice to have this weekend. We stayed in a B&B together, which was awesome.
Yes.
Just across from the venue. Um, and yes, that was the team. We had Deepkin,
Mhm.
we had Nighthaunt, we had Zeech, we had Beast of Chaos, all kind of standard lists.
Mhm.
There are variants, but like nothing too insane.
Yeah.
And then Gavin was playing Corn, because he hates himself.
Yeah.
Is what we decided. Now, I mean, his list is really good, and it's designed around Murderlust and it's designed around shutting down infantry armies, basically.
Yes.
So yeah, so we had this team.
Mhm.
The vibes of Old Town Throwdown are some of the best vibes I've ever seen at a Teams tournament. In
Mhm.
fact,
Yeah.
any tournament. Um, they do a pre video like entry
Mhm.
where you have to you enter a video as part of your team, and then you can get awards for that. It's a build up hype video. You can they do like call out videos. They do like there's like a best theme for your team,
Yeah.
so everyone comes dressed up. It's so good. It's so good. We didn't really partake in that side of it
Mhm. Yeah.
because none of us live anywhere remotely close to each other.
Mhm.
And we just all of us apart from Gavin were just at the World Championships, and Gavin
Mhm.
also was playing a tournament
Yes.
that weekend. So we didn't communicate very well in terms of getting that stuff done. But we're
Mhm.
hoping to next year, if we go back, which we hopefully will.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, insanely cool event. Really awesome. Really recommend anyone who can go should go.
Yeah.
It's so fun. So the way we decided to do, so obviously we did no prep. Okay, there's
Yeah.
no prep for this. This isn't a kind of teams event you come to lock into.
Mhm.
You can, but it's not that vibe.
Yeah.
Um,
You're always
so
like trying to perform, especially with such a team.
Exactly right. But it's also it's more about the fun, and they have a bar there, so you're getting margaritas and
Hmm.
having a good time. So so the plan we had for pairings, a little bit different.
Yes.
So the rule for pairings we had was that one person had to do pairings every round.
Oh.
So it's because there's 5 rounds and there's
Hmm.
5-man teams, which I haven't said
Yes.
yet, sorry. And each person has to do pairings for 1 round.
Hmm.
So and we basically drew short straws effectively to see who would go when. So we had no
Yeah.
idea when we would go, and then you'd have to go and do pairings. And then you had to have a rule, and then you had to stick to that rule.
Hmm.
Round 1,
Yeah.
we played against a team called the Baja Blasters.
Hmm.
We were called
Slight
SoCal
branding
United.
issues.
Yeah, so we were called SoCal United because none of us is from SoCal, so it made sense.
Nice. Yeah.
um, um, so so they so pairings wise, because this is just as important as the round,
Hmm.
we it was round 1 was Mike. So Mike Maccabee did our round 1 pairings.
Yes.
So he gave our cards to our opponent and said, pick.
Oh.
Which is amazing. You know, just pick them.
Yeah.
What do you want? So they chose all the matchups,
Hmm.
which was fun.
Yeah.
And then I played into Seraphon,
Yes.
is what I got, with Agrodon Lancers and a Scarvet on Carnosaur
Oh,
and a Skink
nice. A
Oracle on
narrative list.
Chocolaton. It, it was so fun. It's so beautifully painted as well.
Yeah.
It's a really, really cool army. It was a rough matchup
Hmm.
for him, obviously, because I have 80 besticles.
Yes.
And the I got a I got a I got a hilarious playoff at one point where I had the spell cast onto these 6 Agrodons because I'd left them alone
Hmm.
basically. I had the
Yes.
spell cast on them where they would count as 1 on objectives, they can't receive commands, and they always have to move towards my shaman.
Hmm.
And I charged in with 10 Besticle and I'd done like 0, like I'd killed like 1, and then 2 Besticle were alive on an objective they were in combat with. But he only counts as 1, so I outscore him.
Hmm.
And he can't in his turn then, so it was just he won the prior, but he couldn't retreat because of the stupid Bray Shaman, because he had to unleash the Bray.
Yeah.
It is a stupid thing. So this was so we had a really, really good game, but it ended up being pretty rough points
Hmm.
wise, because I had a lot of tools to stop him scoring, Ungos being a nightmare. So I ended up
Yeah.
winning that one 18-2. I ended up winning that one.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a big one. And then as a team, we won the round 71-29.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So we did quite well round 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I really can't overstate that the vibe. That this is a vibes tournament. It was.
Hmm.
It was so
Yes.
good. So that was round 1. And then round 2, we played against. I just have to make sure I get the names right. We played against a House of Hobbies All Stars.
Hmm.
So there
Yes.
was 2 House of Hobbies teams.
Hmm.
So we played against the All Stars this time. So I played against. So sorry, pairings important.
Yes.
So this round was Scooter.
Hmm.
So what Scooter did was Scooter just put our cards down and went, "We're going all random." And then our opponents agreed.
Yeah.
So we just shuffled
Oh, no.
and then did pairings. Um, so that was wild.
Hmm.
So great. And then I ended up playing against Gits.
Yes.
Um, and the way it works, by the way, I forgot to mention because it's 5-man teams, is
Yeah.
you all play the same battle plan.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You
What?
all play the same
Huh?
battle plan. Yeah. So you all play the same battle plan. So only matchups matter, basically.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. So this was fun. So I played against Colts,
Hmm.
and we had a really, really good game.
Yes.
And I I so I had a really fun moment in this game where I think we were the last game to finish in like our
Yeah.
in our like thing, and like I'd asked someone, and someone said like, yeah, no, you've won the round, don't worry about it. And I was like, oh, sick, I can play for like bonus points then, is what my
Hmm.
head did.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really a KDA player, so I had an opportunity where I could try and be clever, and it was a very close game, really, really good game, really well played
Yeah.
for 1 point. It was a really good game, and basically I could take their land on a terrain piece and just win.
Hmm.
Basically, there's no interaction. I just win, or I could send 10 Ungo in to try and kill 12 squigs,
Oh boy.
and if I did that, then I would win by 5 effectively, because that's called
Hmm.
war. That's the attack. So I was like,
Yes.
no, sorry, it was yeah, it was no. If I did that, I would have scored 6 more points, so I would have won by 6.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I would have won by 4.
Hmm.
And then if I failed, it was a draw. Was my head, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, fine, I'll do that. Okay, well, we need the points, so I'll just play for the big gamba.
Hmm.
Obviously didn't work. Obviously, right?
Yeah.
And then it ended up being a draw, which actually the way the pack worked, because obviously I made the pack, which is obviously my own fault
Hmm.
because I'm stupid.
Yes.
I scored less tactics than he did, so it was a minor loss.
Hmm.
Which obviously is which is super. So I was like crying, laughing.
Yeah.
Which is not the best team's decision from me. But um, but yeah, no. I did. I was also scorned because I asked Madigan for legal advice. I was like, Madigan, should I do this? And Madigan was like, you can't ask me that. And I was like, that's a valid point. Yeah.
Madigan is just the
it's-
best.
yeah. She's like, please stop.
Don't do this.
um, yeah. So that was a really awesome round. We ended up winning 61-39.
Mm,
Um, in this round. So we did still
bit
win.
closer. Bit closer.
Yeah, but it is closer. It would have been less close if I think that, but it was super great.
Yeah.
It was a super great game. Um, and yeah, no, that was good. So we ended up going. We actually went 3 for 3 in that round.
Oh,
Wins wise. Because mine was a minor. Gavin won just, and then Zeech lost just, but then our other two, our Deepkin and our Nighthaunt got big wins, which is kind of
nice.
kind of happened pretty consistently
Mhm.
in the other round as well.
Yeah.
The other round I think was the other round importantly was 5-1.
Hmm.
Um, so we won 5. No, sorry, 4-1. We won 4. Gavin lost his game.
Yes.
It's an important thing to know.
Yes.
Um,
Which leads me to believe that this will be a theme, considering
no,
you're
he
assuming
won. He
that.
won his round 2. He won his
Ah,
round
okay.
2. But there is a reason. There is a reason why we
Yes.
know it's Gavin's 1-on-1.
Yeah.
So then we played Ligmar in black, which is the SoCal team, I believe.
Okay.
Is kind of the thing one. So we had this is with some names you'll probably know, which is like the Nuge, so like Matt
Hmm.
Nuge.
Yes.
There's like Aaron Newbomb.
Mm.
You've got like Kyle on there. You've got Taran and Shane.
Yes.
They're like the Cali boys. So we played against them.
Hmm.
So this was my round to do.
Your pairing
Yeah, this
obligation.
is my round. This is my round to do pairings. So no, sorry, this was not my round. This was Tom Guan's round,
Yes.
I believe. No, it wasn't. It was Gavin.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I
Yes.
didn't prep on who did the pairings because I didn't think it would be as important as it was, and I was so wrong. So Gavin did the pairings this round,
Yes.
and he did normal pairings. I know. Wild.
Boring.
You're at a vibes event when you do normal pairings, like just normal, with no prep, just normal
Mhm.
pairings, and people are like, "Wow, like really?" Like,
You
no.
are
So
thirsty.
nah. So Gavin did the pairings, and I ended up playing into Zeech. We got
Mhm.
a lot of similar matchups here. So we had a Nighthaunt mirror, we had a Deepkin mirror, and we had beasts into Zeech on both sides.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh no.
and then Gavin plays his corn into Stormcast. So he bites the bullet as he does. So I was quite drunk at this point.
Yes.
I was very
Being
drunk.
game 3 at a vibes event.
In game 3 at a vibes event. Yeah. Shane, my opponent, who was playing Zeech, also very drunk. So I went kind of all in. So I won the roll off importantly,
Mhm.
so I could go seconds. I put +1 rend on unit investigors to run deep strike.
Yes.
I charged my whole army in turn 1. I made all the charges except one maybe
Oh
into the
god.
exit blues and stuff like this.
Mhm.
This is again
Yes.
not that insane because of the changing dice. Importantly, I made a so Shane made a mistake turn 1 where
Mhm.
because we were playing Battle for the Pass,
Yes.
which battle tactics actually very hard on turn 1
Mhm.
for Zeech. It's actually very difficult to get tactics turn 1. So he'd put a spawn in a unit that I basically he put a spawn in my army turn 1 effectively. Right?
Yes.
Now what that meant is that I could just ignore it. I just
Mhm.
retreat from it and left it alive. And it meant that so basically I went in with 20 best to go into 10 blues,
Yes.
killed them.
Mhm.
These are the ones with +1 rend against monsters.
Yeah.
On the flank.
Mhm.
It meant that I won the double and took it, but it meant that he couldn't countercast
Mhm.
spawn into the Bestigo
Yes.
because
It
it
was
was already
still
on the board.
alive. Yeah.
So then I went in and killed Kairos
As you
turn
do.
2,
Mhm.
and then in his turn 2, because he couldn't get out anywhere because I'd zoned the board,
Yeah.
he lost his chicken.
Oh no.
So at the end of battle round 2, he had like the changeling and like 10 pinks left or 10 blues left or something like that.
Ooh.
So it was very rough.
Yeah.
Very, very rough.
Big yikes.
Matchup because I played for the huge double and got it. And yeah, it was just really because you have because a lot of Zeech is built around like obviously they shoot you, you get -1 to wounds
Mhm. Yes.
before you come in. But if they do that, I move 2d6. So
Mhm. Yeah. Into
so
combat.
yeah, so they don't love that.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that was a 20-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a 20-0 win. And it was a I love Shane. It's a lovely opponent, but it was a rough game
Mhm.
from a like to do.
Yeah.
Especially when you go in for the vibes and you play hard for a double and get it. Yeah. 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 So that was the thing. So we ended up going 3-3. So
Yes.
3 wins to 3 losses. But we had more points, so
Mhm.
we won 56-44. So much
Ooh,
closer this
nice.
time. Yes, this one was very close. So yeah, our worst performing round so far was when we did real pairings, which is
Mhm.
perfect.
Says a lot about the vibes tournament.
But also his
Gavin's
cleanness.
ability to pair.
You can tell him. You can tell him that.
I'm sure as
No.
as a friend of the channel, he'll watch the video and he'll scold me at Worlds.
Yeah.
Or I'll get a
For sure.
call out video or something.
Yeah. Call out videos more his vibe. And once again, it's important to note that Gavin did bite the bullet again, and he did go. He did lose against Stormcast, which is a red for him. It's all reds for him, but it's important. Um, so next we played against the Corsair Crumpers. That's what they're
Well,
called.
uh,
So
hold on
these
a
are called the
minute.
Cors.
Pump the brakes. You're done day one. Team's
Oh,
3 and
sorry,
0.
sorry.
You're
Sorry.
all
Yes,
already very drunk.
I'm already very drunk.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What's
So
the team doing?
the team is vibing basically.
Hmm.
So the team kind of went back to the because we have our own B&B and it is a nice
Yes.
B&B and we have a lot of space and we can watch stuff. We can chill and play games and stuff like that. So that's kind of what a lot of the group did. I stayed out a little bit longer. I stayed at the venue till it closed, just to chat to people. I got to talk to some amazing people who I haven't met before because I haven't been to an event in California before, so it was good for me to meet people.
Yes.
You kind of have the opportunity to make new friends, so that's what I was doing. All the other guys went back to the
To the Airbnb, yeah.
B&B, got some food. We just kind of chilled. We just kind of hung out, chilled. We just played some games together, like together but separate kind of games, because we're all like nerds, right? So we're all playing games.
Yeah. And you're all,
Just hang out,
everyone's
just chatted.
antisocial.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we just chilled, hung out, had a good time, and then went to bed pretty late. And I think we did anything particularly special that evening. We just kind of
Oh, disappointing.
I know. It's not. Yeah, it wasn't a big drinking night out. I believe there was a house party, somewhere, which is wild. But yeah, no. I I didn't go this time.
Mhm.
I might next time, but this time I was kind of like in social mode because I wanted to meet
Yeah.
everyone as opposed to get wasted, which is sometimes mixed, but yeah.
Also fair. Also fair. Especially when you're going to a tournament in a new location.
Yeah, exactly right. Like, yeah. So we just chilled, got up way too early because you have to get up at like 7.
Oof.
Not a morning person, me. So, yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, traveled to the venue. It's like a 5-minute Uber, so it's not that dramatic. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. We got there, and then missing anything? No, I think we just went into the next round. So this was my turn to do pairings
Yes. And what team did you
this
play?
time. So this was the Corsair Crumpers. These are
Yes.
Corsairs. So I haven't met any of these guys before, really. So it was good to make a whole bunch of new friends. So this one, it was my job to do pairings.
Yes.
So I gave my pairings cards to Matt Noosh and asked him to enforce
Nice.
with no prep. I was like, and Matt is on the team who we played
Yes.
final round the day before. We just won.
So
So I was like, see what happens. I was like, if you want to give us bad matchups, that's okay. That's fine.
yeah.
Whenever you have things, I was like, well, trust the vibes.
Yeah.
So after trusting the vibes, um, oh,
Bless you.
pardon me. Oh, thank you. I ended up playing into Gloomspike Kits
Oh.
again. So I played into Frank Deloach. That
Yeah.
was great. He had 12 rockets, scraggy, like 40 squid good, usual kind of stuff.
Yes.
But we were playing on a 6 objective mission this time.
Yes.
So I was able to. I got so he rolled a lot of bad dice.
Yeah.
I don't blame dice, but he did roll a lot of bad dice. Everything he tried to play for didn't work.
Oh no.
Like turn 1, he failed a 7-inch rollable charge, which meant his trolls didn't fight anything, and I'd already gone in and killed 20 squigs turn 1 with my Besticle.
Yeah.
And then gotten out because of power through. So it was yeah, it was a rough game, to be
Hmm.
honest.
Yeah.
We had a wonderful time, but like energy was high, but like yeah, it was really rough. Like nothing really worked.
Hmm.
Everything he played for kind of just didn't work. He'd go for things and they just kind of fall apart a bit. He had one. He had the 5 trolls went in to Bestigor and I lost one Bestigor.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like which can happen because they're swingy, right? But like it was just like everything was kind of on the down end.
Hmm.
And against Bestigor, you can't really afford to do that.
Yeah.
Because I will just outgrind then.
Hmm.
So this ended up being an 18-2
Oof.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also thing one, but yeah. So that was a pretty solid win. We ended up going 4-1 in this round.
Hmm.
You can guess who the loss was.
Gavin.
Yeah, but News definitely made sure of that. News put him into Stormcast again. So
Nice.
not sure he can win that matchup. So he can't, but so it made sense to put him in there.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got like 2 very clear anti-shooting lists.
Hmm.
But it's way more fun if we put Gavin into it. It's kind of was the
Yeah.
consensus that we had.
Yeah, that works. That works.
So that round ended up being 74-26.
Yes.
So on the higher end.
Hmm.
Yeah. So again, great rounds. These are some of the most fun I've had playing Warhammer in like a long time. Like
Hmm.
really,
Yeah.
really awesome, really great vibes. So that was amazing.
Hmm.
Um, so then, yeah, like there's we had lunch. So we had obviously we're in California, so we had
Hmm.
Mexican. 'Cause what
Yes.
else do you have? So we had tacos and stuff like that. But yeah, it was really nice. So then
Hmm.
we went into our final round,
Yes. So
which was
far
against.
undefeated as a team.
So far, we are the only undefeated team so far.
Oh, nice, nice.
And we're playing against the Last Scions,
Hmm.
um, who were really cool guys. Who again, because I know like no one. I know
Yeah.
like 10 people at that event, so it was great for me to meet as many people. So it was Tom Guan's turn to pair.
Hmm.
So the important thing to know is that Tom was going to do like was going to give them the cards to do random, to do full run, to let them pick. That
Hmm.
was what Tom was going to do. And then a few other ideas floated, and then basically, so Scooter said the words, "I don't want to play against Skaven because they had 12 rattling guns.
Yes.
So I'll play anything else, just don't play that." And then Tom went, "All right, cool. Then I'll do real pairings, but I'll put you down as first defender and make sure you play against Skaven." Um,
Nice.
so that's what we did.
That just works out perfectly,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
So we did that.
Yes.
So that was wild.
Hmm.
So I played against Greg,
Yes.
and Greg was also playing Gits.
Oh, lovely.
So I played Gits 3 times this event.
The Gits reps are just coming in.
The Gits reps. I've had enough Gits reps. But his list only has 1 unit of Squig Herd. It has 2 units of Squig Coppers instead,
Yes.
to do flanks and stuff like that.
Hmm.
This was on an 8th objective mission,
Yes.
I think. Was that 8 or 6? It's very hard to know, to be honest.
Mm.
So this was on wide battle plan, which again I'm more comfortable on because
Yes.
I have to fight them in the middle. And yeah, so Greg played it really well. There's one thing I've just not mentioned from his army. He has Kragnos. That's the big difference.
We love Kragnos.
Wait, is this? Wait, no, sorry, I'm trolling.
You are?
This one is no, yeah, I am trolling. This is the Kragnos list.
Hmm.
Oh, am I trolling? Yeah, sorry.
Quick intermission while Matt checks the facts.
Yeah. My
Cut
bad.
here.
It's classic. My brain. Fuck me. Uh, sorry. So yeah. So no Kragnos. So yeah. So just
Okay. Cut back here.
So yeah. So So this was a really good game. Greg played it really well. We danced around. I
Hmm.
forced him to play in his back zone,
Yes.
so that he couldn't push into mine and start taking my objectives. So I got a couple more turns than he did. Basically, is
Hmm.
what that game comes down to. And then I pushed and pushed, and then I ended up winning 13-7
Okay,
in that
nice.
one.
Hmm.
Yeah, we had a really good game, but it's hard for the Trogs to push out and stop me existing in the. So the Trogs can't be everywhere, right? They either have to go.
Hmm.
I can go behind him and then come in, and he has to go deal with them or leave them. And either way, it's kind of okay.
Yes.
So super super fine. So yeah. So that was how that worked. So I ended up winning 13-7 in that one.
Hmm.
We also, so as a round, we went 4-1
Yes.
in that round. Once again, the loss being Mr.
Gavin.
Gavin jumping on grenades,
Yes.
which is what it is designed to do. To be fair to him, he played
So
against
wait,
Seraphon.
Scooter won against Rattling Guns.
Yeah. Yeah,
Respect.
I mean, I think he played for his outs,
Hmm.
because there is, your Z to always have an out, right?
Yeah.
So I think he played for that and got it, and then I think from there, I mean, they do die, right? The Rattling Guns, so if you get into them,
Sooner or
they
later,
lose
yeah.
you. So yeah, so he was happy. So yeah, but our wins were slightly smaller
Hmm.
across the board, but we did end up winning 66-34 in that
Very
final round.
nice.
Which did mean that we ended up winning the event. Woo!
Yay!
Yeah.
Superb. Very nice.
Yeah. So we ended up doing very well. We were really happy. Um, I think we ended up being like something like 25 points ahead of
Hmm.
second. So
Nice.
we did, we did well. We were really happy. We got, because it's America, the trophies are nuts,
Hmm.
always. So you can hear it clanking.
Oh
This is
God.
my this is my first place. This is like fully metal. It's incredibly heavy. So this is what you get for
Lovely.
for winning, which is great. So
Do
and
you
then more
mind? Do you mind
importantly,
wearing it?
I can wear it. That's okay.
Oh, there we
It's pretty
go.
heavy, but yeah. So
You move the mic a bit.
yeah, there we go. Perfect. Wow, insane.
So shiny.
So shiny.
Hmm.
So we got that, and then obviously, we won. Great.
Hmm. Yes.
Okay, not important. Not important at all.
Yes.
The more important awards were the hobby awards, and by
Yes.
hobby I mean not painting. I mean
Hobby,
dressing up
hobby. Yes.
and theme and things. And there was loads of really cool awards for that kind of stuff, and it was really awesome to see like that kind of engagement, which we
Hmm.
don't see that much in the West. So it was really nice to see.
Yes.
And then the best award is they did award for best player on the worst team,
Hmm.
which they gave out, which meant that they also did an award for worst player on the best team.
No way.
so so Gavin was rewarded
Oh
for his,
God.
which is why it's important to
That's
have donated this.
why. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So Gavin got an award for being the the worst performing player, uh,
The
worst player,
best
not
team.
player at all, the worst performing player on the best team, and yeah, so that was incredibly fun. Um, and he got like half a Stormcast army for it.
What?
Yeah, like,
Jeez.
yeah, America's great for that kind of stuff. So yeah, no, it was awesome. Yeah, so Gavin jumping on grenades all weekend. The rest of us playing pretty strong,
Hmm.
or very strong alpha lists mostly, so we
Yes.
could get big points. And yeah, and we ended up winning it, which we were really happy about. And then we had to celebrate, of course.
Yes.
So we had to go because Tom was with us, obviously. We had to go to Olive Garden.
Hmm.
Olive Garden is, I don't know how to describe Olive Garden. I've never been before. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of Italian.
Mhm.
Kind of. If you've never been to Italy, it's Italian. Um, it's it's Italian. It's like soup and like breadsticks and like it's like unlimited soup, which is kind of
Okay.
hype. Um, yeah, so that was fun. But then obviously we all had to wear these for the dinners. So there's there's like 7 of us out for dinner. 5 of us have to wear this the whole time. It was
Nice.
fun. It was an experience. Yeah. This thing's already heavy around my neck, by the way. This is so heavy. Um,
Wargamers got weak necks.
yeah, yeah, and then went back to the B&B because
Mhm.
almost all of us were flying home, whereas most people were driving home. So
Yes.
actually all of us were either flying. I wasn't. I was taking a bus home because I don't drive. So I took like a 5-hour train. I took a 5-hour train home the
Mhm.
day after. But like we were all chilling, so we stayed up watching. We watched. So we watched. What was it called? It's called like something battles. It's no greatest warrior or like deadliest warrior. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Best thing I've ever seen. Wild. Never seen it before. Insane. It's like we're watching like Caesar fight against like Hitler. It was mental. Like, it was like I was so confused.
Holy shit.
It was great. So we watched like
Mhm.
5 episodes of that. It was just great. And then so we did that till like 2 a.m.
Mhm.
And then me and Tom, might not have been that late actually, but then me and Tom watched. So everyone else went to bed. Me and Tom were sleeping on the sofas, obviously.
Yes.
So me and Tom watched National Treasure 1 and 2, as we usually do.
Nice. Yeah.
Uh, getting in the vibes. Um, and then we all went home like that Monday then.
Mhm.
So it was really, really good. But honestly, like such a good event.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Tom for running it. Mega amazing event, have to say.
Very nice.
Vibes wise, great. Um, yeah.
Very cool. So, a great weekend concluded. Slightly hungover, maybe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You can't be hungover if you don't stop drinking. That's the rule of surviving events.
There you go. That's the solution.
Yes. But no. After Atlanta and this,
Mhm.
my alcohol tolerance level was a pretty solid level, so I was okay.
Yeah.
To be honest. But yeah, no. Now I'm gonna go back to not drinking for like 5 months.
We're going drinking for
Yes.
brotherhood.
Yeah, true. That's true. We will.
It is
If
also
I'm with
like
Adam, then
it's seriously close
yeah.
to my birthday, so we're gonna go drinking for
Okay.
that anyway.
Okay, that's fine. We can go to Metros. That's where we're gonna go.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna go Metros, and then I'm gonna yell at Adam for
Of
being in
course.
Metros.
Of course you will. Isn't that tradition? But
Ah,
at this point.
it is tradition, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for hopping on and recording another video with me. Old Town
Of
Throwdown
course.
Teams, a vibes event to recommend
Yes.
in California. If you have the time, the chance to go, I recommend it. Sounds like a wonderful time. And yeah, so that basically rounds up our 2024. This will probably be the last
does.
video that releases during the holidays, I
Yep.
assume. So first things first.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays. Thank you all for joining us throughout this year, watching our videos, commenting, liking, letting us know that we're stupid idiots who don't know rules sometimes. And yeah, we will be seeing you in the new year. Obviously, within the first 2 weeks of the new year, we'll try to release 2 more videos, Carnage Teams and Luxembourg Teams. And then we'll be attending Brotherhood again. The anniversary video. Whee! The channel has grown much over the past like 12 months, and it's insane to see the development, and just wanted to thank you all very much for that. But yeah, in any case, if you like the video, leave a like. If you want to know something, talk to us, comment. If you want to keep up to date, our socials are in the description, or you can just subscribe. And yeah, I suppose you don't get any extra points for being cut.